far as what to build on in the passing game from last week that was good, and what they want to see cleaned up and improved on?
We always look to improve our technique every week, and we really just focus on what we're gonna sort of attack in the following weeks, like the next game. So whether it's pass or run, we always work our techniques and just to clean up on that.
Andrew Schnicker, what do you have?
Joe was just talking about how when the run game and the running backs have as good of a game running the ball down the field as they did, that it's not just the offensive linemen that are making that happen. It's receivers blocking downfield too. When you see the run game have the kind of day that it did, is that something that you guys as receivers take pride into, knowing that you helped make that happen?
Oh yeah, that's a main focus every day, not even every week. That's a main focus every week. We know if we block, we know that all the old lines are going to get their job done. So if we block, we can make explosive plays. We create explosive plays. We take great pride in that as a receiver group.
Jonas Pope.
Devin, you guys had a change last week at quarterback, and Bailey took over after Devin was named the starter in the spring. I know it really doesn't matter to you guys which guys back there throwing the ball, but what did you guys see from Bailey throughout camp as far as a leadership role, his demeanor throughout camp once he became the starter?
I feel like both guys shared equal amounts of confidence and equal amounts of growth as leaders throughout the offseason and throughout like just the tough times in general. So both of them really stepped up, and I don't know, just one took it, and I'm glad I didn't have to be the person to make the call on who started at quarterback, but I'm comfortable with whoever's back there. So
was Bailey, did he kind of have like a calm presence from the start of the game last week and kind of calmed everybody else down, showing that he was relaxed and comfortable back there?
Yeah, he shows great poise. Both of them do, really.
Brett Friedlander.
Another quarterback question. You go from a right-handed quarterback in Devin to a lefty in Bailey. As a receiver, does that matter? Is there a difference in the way the ball comes out?
Not really. When he first got here, I could tell a little difference. But as you get reps with both of them, you kind of just see the point, catch a fat, and it's really both the same.
What about that other quarterback, Ricky Person? What kind of ball does he throw?
He throws great balls.
How stressful was that play to make it work? You know, I'm sure you guys have been working on it a while.
Oh yeah, we worked on it all week. I wouldn't really say it was as stressful as it may have seemed. I was kind of calm during the play, so.
Corey Smith.
I was just about to ask you a question about that pass, but when it comes to entering your second year as being more of the guy as a wide receiver, how much did you learn in the off season that helped you to kind of take over that role again this year?
Oh, we learned a lot of stuff. Even though we were out, like after about 5 spring practices, we learned a lot on like all the different types of techniques to use versus like a DB's certain technique. So like we'd have Zoom meetings and stuff like that. So I feel like we didn't really lose a step as a group.
Thank you.
Gibby.
Yeah, hey, Devin, to lose that 14-point lead and then to overcome that, what does that say about this team, especially coming off the year you guys had last year? That had been pretty big for you guys.
Oh, yeah, it was actually great. I saw great leadership and I saw great poise from everybody. Like, it didn't really affect us. We went up 14-0, and they kind of made their way back into the game, even took the lead at one point in the game, and I didn't really see it affect anybody. Like, usually somebody gets affected, goes internal, and slips up on one of their assignments. But this week, I saw great – like, we've been through a lot of stuff throughout the offseason. We've been through adversity, so we know how to get through it together. And that's, I feel like, the difference of this team this year rather than last team.
Does that kind of come with leadership, maybe better leadership this year, or where does it come from?
It comes with leadership, and I feel like we're closer this year than we are.
Thanks, Devin.
No problem.
All right, Kenton Gibbs.
Virginia Tech's defensive backfield, even with Caleb Farley opting out, they're extremely long, and they've got some experienced guys back there. What do you think as a player coming into a matchup like this, where you know across the board they're going to have long, rangy, talented guys? What goes through your head coming into that type of matchup?
Really just beating the coverage. So we got to know the coverage, beat the coverage, play with technique, and we have to execute. We have to be on our toes every play. We have to execute. That's really the only thing I see.
All right, JB Ricks.
Hey, what's up, Devin? Thanks for taking out the time. What's the number one thing you like more about this offensive system compared to last year? I mean, I know it's only been one game, but there just seemed to be more of a flow in that one game compared to the struggles you guys had last year. What is it that you like most about this system compared to 2019?
Really, I believe it's the person you play for. I don't believe it's the system. So I feel like the leadership that Coach Beck brings and just how he gets us juiced up and the speeches he gives us, like just his leadership role in his offense.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right, last one, Gary Hahn. What you got? Gary, you might be muted.
Yeah, I'm muted. How much of this offense for the wide receivers is sort of a read and react type situation rather than just running a play? You're reading the coverage and then reacting to it.
That's almost our whole concept, really. We have an answer for everything, I feel like, this year. So we do a lot of reading and reacting to the coverages and the techniques based on what the DB is doing.
How do you like making those kind of split-second decisions? And how challenging was it to get used to that?
In the spring, it was new. I wouldn't really say challenging. I would say it was new, but I like it. And, it helps you make full speed decisions and just play fast. That's really what you got to do.
Let me see if I get this right. Instead of just going to another play and changing the play, you see the coverage and then you run your route reacting to that. Is that the way it goes?
Yes, sir. Something like that.
All right, guys, we appreciate it.